Hi there, and welcome to this Be Smart About tool on how to write a press release. Thanks for your time today. My name is Sherry Sadowski, and to learn more about me, please visit the Smart People page on the Be Smart About website. I've written press releases on nearly every topic imaginable, and today I'm here to share my experience with you. I want to help you draft a press release that gets your business the coverage it needs. You may want to download the press release blueprint and have it printed to review alongside this presentation. The format, content, distribution, and timeliness of a press release are all critical components for success. So let's get started. To get a story placed in the media, whether it's a print publication, broadcast outlet, or digital platform, your release will need to have an immediate impact on a journalist. You want them to call you back. Your window of opportunity is small, and journalists are inundated with press releases and story ideas all day, every day. So how small is that window? You have seconds to make an impression. That means your press release needs to deliver your message in a clear and succinct way. It is a core vehicle to package and distribute your news to the media with the purpose of getting exposure. A solid press release will help get you the coverage your business needs to achieve its overall objectives. So who is the media, and why are press releases important? Today, the media consists of writers, editors, bloggers, social media influencers, and producers. This group has the power to tell your story to their readers, viewers, and listeners for free. They rely on people and businesses like yours to feed them news. They act as gatekeepers to ensure their audience will benefit from the content that they are producing. So why are press releases still important and relevant in today's very splintered media landscape? Well, first and foremost, it's very important to have a press release out to enhance search engine optimization. By issuing your press release online, you have an immediate presence through search. Press releases are very helpful when potential employees, partners, and/or customers are doing research on your business. Your information will always exist online. It therefore creates a history and context for your business. You are in control of the communication, and while we never can control what a reporter says, we can control all of the messaging in a press release. Social media is an integral part of today's communications plans, and it provides another place where your press release can be leveraged. I'm going to break down with you each component of a press release, the purpose of each paragraph, and key points that every press release must have in order to attract the interest of a journalist. The blueprint tool I've put together gives you a framework to compile your story. In addition to the blank one that you may have already downloaded, there is a completed one that would show you an end product. I can't stress enough how important it is to invest the time on a first draft. You should allow yourself at least a week to create, review, and edit your press release. It will be important that your facts are correct, so you may want to dedicate even more time to ensure that you can verify and have the facts to support what's in the press release. Just like any other Be Smart About tool, there are other tools that complement this one and can help further develop your public relations goals and objectives. For example, I've put together presentations on how to develop a PR strategy and how to best engage with the press. You may be watching this video because you have a story in mind, but don't know how to get started. Even before you start writing, the first step you must take is an audit of what you actually want to share with the public. So, what is the main purpose of the press release? Are you launching a new product? Are you expanding into a new market? Are you making a key hire for the organization? Or are you partnering with another business? You also have to ask yourself, why is this announcement of interest to someone outside of your company? What message would this press release send to potential stakeholders, potential partners, and potential employees? Does it show innovation? Does it communicate that you're expanding in a growing business? Who does this impact? Does your growth story impact customers, or is it more of an internal announcement. And obviously you need to include where this is happening and when it is happening. It's also very important to understand the language that is acceptable and appropriate in a press release and what is not acceptable in a press release. Very quickly, here are some examples of promotional messaging. These types of phrases belong more in an ad than they do in a press release. For example, we have the best product or service. We guarantee that you will be satisfied. We are the most experienced provider. Examples of press release messaging would be Company X named Startup of the Year. Company X expands into a new market to satisfy growing demand. Or Company X partners with another company to provide enhanced customer experience. Do you see the difference? I hope so. The good news is that a press release follows a standard format. Once you have completed one press release, you can use that for future press releases. This template ensures that your content is in a format that the media can consume quickly. Remember, you want your story to be easily read as you're competing for attention. First off, you need to brand the press release, so you should have your logo ideally at the top right of the page. On the top left of the page, opposite the logo, is where you announce when you want the news to be released. In most cases, it will be for immediate release, which means you want the information to go out as soon as possible. Then, probably comes the most important two sections of the press release, the headline and the subhead. This is where the reader will look to determine if they want to read any further. Example headlines and subheads include Company X targets millennials by delivering news via a new channel. The subhead to that press release could be Innovative platform packages and delivers content that resonates with millennials. Another example of a headline and a subhead could be New research by Company X reveals optimistic outlook for small businesses in 2017. The subhead could read Economic indicators point to growth as companies pursue new revenue channels. There can be up to 4 paragraphs in a press release. The first paragraph, or the lead paragraph, links up with your headline and subhead. If a reporter has read on at this point in your press release, you need to provide them with very specific details of your story. This is the paragraph where you need to sum up your news in one sentence and address who, what, where, when, why, or how. The next paragraph should include a quote from a company spokesperson. Use a quote from someone who can easily address all of the items in paragraph 1. If that person is interviewed by the press, you want to make sure he or she can speak extensively and with credibility. The quote should support what was said in the opening paragraph and not duplicate it. The following paragraph is where you drive home the additional facts and figures to back up your story. This could be product features, when the product's going to be available, or additional statistics from research. And finally, you should wrap it up with a conclusion. Often, for a press release that addresses a product launch or a new market expansion, there will be details surrounding the launch, such as how to purchase the product, where to access it, and the price. Within the format of the press release, there are 2 elements at the end that are normally the same, no matter the topic of the press release. There is always a short description of your company. This saves you space in the press release and gives you the opportunity to explain who you are and what you do. In the release, you will refer to yourself by name, but in this boilerplate section, readers can get a snippet of who you are and what you do. Finally, you'll give details of who they can contact with follow-up questions. This could be a public relations manager, a public relations agency, or yourself. They need to be reachable immediately, especially after you put out the press release. This is the successful press release format I have used to announce new products, to announce new markets, to announce survey results, to announce new hires, and even to respond to bad news. I've learned a number of things working in this industry all these years. First and foremost, you won't be in the news all the time. So you need to be very selective with the stories you're going to the press with. They simply won't print or cover every story, so you want to ensure they're excited about what you do in fact give them. Other than reporting news that was spontaneous, you can plan for your stories. You can think of it ahead to events you will hold, the changes in your business, and build a calendar of messages. That means you don't have to overwhelm the same media contacts with the same story. You can start to craft lists that would be tailored for these specific activities. With social media being such an important platform for sharing information, you can post your press releases, stories, and interviews online yourself so that your followers and other readers may have access to the information. I want to encourage you to write because your first draft will not be your last. Mine never is. Get your thoughts out, come back to it, revise it, share it with your colleagues, and then finalize it. I want to thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure to help you be smarter about writing a press release. As with all our tools, you can submit your questions to us via email. I or a member of the Be Smart About team will respond within 24 hours. Don't forget to download your press release blueprint tool so you can get started. We here at Be Smart About continue to develop tools and content based on our shared knowledge and successes in order to help you and others get the fundamentals right for your business. Please be an active part of our community and share your feedback and ideas so we can deliver the tools you need to be successful. Thank you.